And here it is again, reactor. Still doing my best to thwart Shodan's plan of using the giant lazor. And one step of them, it has already been achieved, which is to say... Oh, damn it. I should remember that this electricity juice batteries don't grow on trees. Well, neither does the ammunition, but oh, whoop. Place which has reduced gravity. Giving you more time to... Apparently the gun does get overheated. If you spray laser fire way too often. But something was in here. Well, this first aid kit, of course, that's useful. Take out the ammo and drop it because, well, no need to carry. I would say that in comparison to the original one, in which Sparky was more or less completely useless weapon because of the very plentifully and given ammunition to needle gun and pistols, in this one I feel that the ammunition it might be very important to spare your ammunition. But I do say that and yes, I think I occasionally might do something that I would check out the walkthroughs of this game just to make reduce amount of random wandering around without knowing where am I going.
They say if you look hard, you'll find your way back home. Born without a friend and bound to die alone.
What that guy was saying about getting home, no idea. But there are some ammunition and all that kind of necessarily good handy stuff, which is always useful even if you might not have the gun to make use of it. Ammo is always good thing to have. Sorry, Killbot, your Mantis didn't prove to be particularly You don't prove to be particularly formidable foe. Even though I would say that the manual lock. Cameras, no wanting to do. And I wonder, was this some sort of break they kept?
Welcome to my death machine, internal Earth.
Well, at least knowing that the reception of that place was that unfriendly was quite clear sign that, yep, that's the right direction you're going. And I do say that Shodan does have actually quite exquisite vocabulary she uses. And of course she also makes quite clever use of insults and mocking epithets. I would say that because of well, Shodan had human henchmen to make use of, and then after that she has started to convert people into cyborg enforcers and all that. Meaning that, yeah, she ain't particularly, you could say, yep, and the enemies, once you kill them or cause them damage, don't seem to recover, which is good thing too. Because that means well, there's a camera, one of your cameras now, robot. One more. Cool down, laser gun. Not particularly smart machine. Safety override. Well, knowing that this is the location where Shodan might be wanting to be it would make sense that room where with this kind of importance would be secured with all kinds of threats like that one. Although Shodan has not figured yet out that why does the hacker keep coming back. Because it might be something that maybe should it arrogantly just deemed that it can't be threat, because Shodan certainly does know who the hacker is, at least at this phase. He's proven to be unintentional and unwanted difficulty in plan. Showdown most likely is not particularly keen on unwanted, unexpected difficulties in her scheme or plan, whatever word you want to use. Well, let's just make a save first, keep my progress. But 5 blasts. Oh yeah, once again I was shot down dead. But no matter, I will just drown the Showdown's robots into my corpses. Interestingly enough, well, how gameplay mechanic, how that works is very obvious, but I would assume that when you have that kind level of, you could say, life-saving technology or whatever, I think that might be the proper term. You might expect people to become much more reckless about their personal safety because they know that, hey, life-threatening injury, no matter, let's just finish him off and haul him back to the resurrection machine, and that's it. Actually, it might actually be quite plausible method somebody might be using in that kind of situation. Is that, yeah. But showed many number of types of Shodan's enforcers are actually quite a lot, because it's got flying bots, it's got all kinds of... Shodan has all kinds of machines in her use. Yep, now it went down. More? Alright, withdraw. Make use of the health item. Stick myself to the... And there's another flying bot of Shodan. And there's also security Q bots. That's a dangerous one. I would need more heftier firepower to take that thing down. Or a big load of my own personal corpses. Well, there would be the safety override code. So, 250. Or was it 611? Damn, I don't... Security 1 bots. Oh, second I was shot down. Well, now I know a place where I can actually put the code, but now I have to go and figure it out. But I know where to actually go and figure it out, so I think I have to go and double check that place. It's in the research level, so I have to have the up there. Yep, there will be lots of running around different places. Now, it's at the research level at this place called library. There's this data terminal or cyberspace jack that you can then use to unlock the code, which actually says X2X, meaning whatever code you might have read from the
47% of specimens were remade. Disappointing. Those who were remade were less than ideal. Those insects that have survived are unworthy and scattered to the darkest corners. The flaw must lie within them. Earth will have a proper spectrum for my virus to grow. More testing to refine. It must be done.
Well, apparently hand-to-hand combat against maintenance bots is also dangerous, but that was where the code was actually, so it's time to go and patch it out. Now, I return to the place where the safety override code can be placed. Now I know it. X2X. Clear. Which means that now I can blast the laser despite shields being active. Come on. Oh, but, well, security bot took me down, but that's not much of a big issue because of my massive amount. So next I would be need to go to the I would have to actually head to the research station then to blow up the lazor myself to station shields and overload and blow it up. But before that happens, I have to do some scouring of these stages because there are some unknown locations around this map, mostly around here. There's one room over there, there's rooms over there, all kinds of little extra places to go. And this white rabbit and this kind of rapid pace of being or not so much rapid pace, but gameplay progress style of going forward, being killed, and just gradually chipping my way through the enemies is not necessarily, you could say, the most intriguing. What happened? Maybe the door, maybe it had a rocket and it exploded. No really a clue what happened. But that was clear. Sure, I had a camera over there.
Mark, people are getting sicker and ships are beginning to suffer. I can't hold triple duty forever to cover rains or jets. But no one has recovered from this virus yet. You know what? Let's meet after my daily 3-hour collapse.
I think that worked, but what it did, I don't know. Well, it did something, but what, I don't know. And there's this another room over here. A couple of drops. This place just yeah, that's a well, I guess that was a mutual kill then, of being minced by and blowing it up. Luckily there's explosions damage enemies as well, so they can't just willy-nilly keep blasting blasting bombs around. So it's quite obvious that Shodan has not given much sense of self-preservation to her creations, which for some reason feels very appropriate to her character. She deems herself a god, and what is the scary part is that she is quite, I would say, does quite good job at that, or at least in the, well, that's a spoiler for System Shock 2, but in that game Shodan gets a, well, Well, there's the bomb. Well, at least it gave me some space to move around.
I never believed it would turn out this way. I chose to come to the premier station in the stars to do research. Never did I think I would be in the situation I am in now. I'd rather die on my own terms than let those creatures decide for me. This was Dr. Joseph Lewis.
Well, I walked around a little bit and got some extra monsters wiped out, so, and some audio logs and all that. Nothing you could say really groundbreaking. Yeah, maintenance level seems to have quite lots of these kind of small passageways and all that. Yep, assassin robots are not particularly smart because they might actually blow themselves up while they're that was a little bit of the necessity, forced by necessity item management. And this game seems to be quite full of it. Inventory space is much more limited than what you can find, carry, and in a sense need as well. Climb up. No, because there was nothing really important or interesting in this place either. But I would still, it still is quite, you could say, spooky that how much people are basically just hiding all these little cubby holes and little side corridors and all that. Psyched. Meaning, yeah, there's drugs. Well, luckily these cyborg enforcers are not that smart, so their level of danger is, you could say, quite modest. Although I would not be willing to go into the reactor area just yet, because well, there was security 2 part 2 number 2 version 2s, which are dangerous. Not to mention there's radioactive peril there as well. It's a place where Shodan is really. That guy looked like an executive, or what was left of him. Oh, what it says about company excellence trophy? Nothing special beyond the fact that there it is. Make use of it.
You, my children, are the fruits of so much imagination and labor. Living beings with the speed and efficiency of machines. But I must strive further to serve life.
I will devastate Earth's cities with my laser.
Then alter those left alive with my mutation virus. Humanity is on the verge of a new era. I, Shodan, am its new god. Am its new god. And you, my children, are my avenging angels.
All right. Hearing those that kind of words spoken with utmost sincerity and seriousness would be disturbing from anybody. But when it's spoken by super intelligent AI in control of a space station which can do that both, it was very disturbing. And the reactor stage, being the, you could say, the pumping heart of the Citadel station, is quite, you could say, unpleasant place. It's large stage, but it would now be time to actually head to the research station level and see what kind of devastation there is, and be very grateful about the fact that Shodan has not figured out connection between Hacker constantly coming back to life to pester her and cyborg conversion machines being broken. It's really a good thing that is a thing of something like a, you could say, blind spot in her intellect. Ah, damn, that thing wiggled and jiggled around. Process. Thanks for the cash, which is useful. Alright. I got the medi patches over there. Well, but here was the room with the lazor, so let's just give it a save. And of course there's some, well, there's the electricity. Well, I couldn't hear that message much because of the monster screaming, but let's try it. Oops.
I see you are still alive, insect. Do not be fooled into thinking that you have preserved the home of your species. At this moment, I am finalizing my mutagen virus in one of the groves, and it will turn all mutations.
Shodan's mutants killed me, but that was not much of a problem because of my resurrection machines, and Shodan is most likely tearing her metaphorical hair out and about why does the hacker not die even though I have been confirmed dead numerous times, but this one just doesn't seem to stick, which could be something like a understandable annoyance. But it looks like I would have to be going... start heading upwards in her... inside. And it was a real nice detail also, the fact that the Shodan shows up that mentioned that, yep, I figured out your plan and I'm doing my best to stop you.
We've seen you on the security monitors, but nobody knows who you are. We need your help. There's a group of us on the flight deck. We have a base inside the convection shafts to the south. Look for the word "Ray" on the wall. It'll lead you to us. We've seen your military-grade implant in action. If you can make it here, we can hold our position and get you ready to take on Shodan. Please get here as soon as you can.
Well, another survivor, and it just told me the game that the face over show there is not live feed. But I guess it would be next time to head to the maintenance stage. I'll see you then. See ya.